Go ahead and get started. Do you want me to start it for you?
Everybody sit down. I got ADHD. I get distracted early. Real easy. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, when I got the email and they asked me to come back to do the presentation again, I was like, all right, good. Then they told me 8 o'clock. I'm like, good Lord. Jeez, the reason I teach night classes at Fresno State. Let me give you all a brief introduction about me. My name is Dr. Malik Raheem. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. And I arrived here 2012, August 2012. When I first arrived here, tell you a little backstory. When I first arrived here for the interview, my department chair and my dean, they both told me that it gets hot here in Fresno, right? Well, I don't know if you all know anyone from Chicago, but the quickest way to tell someone from Chicago is that we're a very, very conceited bunch of people, right? Very conceited. The thing is this, whenever you say something about some other place, we always compare it to Chicago, right? So one of the things, when they told me it gets hot, I'm like, shit, just like, you know, it get hot in Chicago. But when I came here for the interview, they tricked me, right? The thing is this. When I arrived here, I landed at y'all's beautiful airport with the fake trees in it, where you can walk through, like a tunnel and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. And then I had on my coat because I'm coming from Chicago. When I left Chicago, it was 18 degrees, right? And I'm sure none of you all know what 18 degrees feels like. Some of you all do. Well, let me give you. Oh Lord. I see a couple of my students here, you know, so it's kind of throwing me off. I'm thinking I'm going to have to give a test at the end. But anyway, the thing about it is that when I walked outside the airport to get picked up, I saw palm trees. It was like 65 degrees. I'm like, oh, this is going to be nice, right? So when I came back after receiving the job to go look for an apartment, they telling me it's getting hot. It's like 89, 90 degrees. But it's 89, 90 degrees in Chicago too, but the humidity. And so y'all 89, 90 degrees feel nice because it's dry heat. So the thing is, I'm walking around and all this stuff. So when we come back in August, in 2012, see, something wrong with Fresno. See, the thing is this, when you all talk about temperature in the summertime, I post on Facebook what you all's temperature is in the summertime, and it's always, 2 degrees below hell, right? Because it's hot, right? And I, walk around, I'm always complaining, but, I don't know if you've been keeping up with the weather lately, but Chicago had what they call a polar vortex, where it was minus 18. Oh, Fresno sure feels good right about now. Okay, well, this presentation, I wanted to do a little bit of different angle with it. The thing is this, whenever we talk about intimate partner violence, we always talk about stats and different things like that and what's going on in the community, but I wanted to go a little bit from a different angle and try to explain some of the things that's happening in the African American black community to explain some of the disturbing trends as far as domestic violence, okay? See if this works, because thing about it is that I'm kind of a jinx, because every time I get technology, it never works for me. Hey, there we go. All right. One of the things I'm going to be talking about, and please excuse me, like I said, I have ADHD, so I'm going to drift a couple times. But the thing about it is this, I present like I like to be presented to, okay? And one of the things I do not like is for someone to read something to me, okay? So I'm not going to read to you, okay? Just throwing out that disclaimer. Not going to read to you, okay? Right? One of the myths in the black community, and I'm not going to necessarily say a myth, but it's an internalized stereotype that a lot of us have, is the strong, independent, and resilient black woman, right?
Right. Just thought you needed a choir.
Oh, it was kind of rhetorical, but thank you. Thank you. But the thing about it is this, historically, that has been what's been bestowed upon the black woman, right? So it's like with that going along with all the other issues going on, I'm going to kind of try to explain some of the issues that's going on in the black community with intimate partner violence. Now the thing about it is this, I like to use the term intimate partner violence instead of domestic violence. And the reason I like to use intimate partner violence, I'll get into that later, but statistics show that black women have a higher rate of intimate partner violence than any other female ethnic or racial group. Okay? Now, let me get into the semantics of domestic violence and intimate partner violence, right? Now the thing is this, with domestic violence can include anyone in that domestic household, right? The reason I like to use intimate partner violence is because it's more specific. That those individuals are in an intimate partnership, okay? Whether it's marriage, domestic partnership, romantic partnership, is more of an intimacy, okay? So the thing about it is, so this discussion, I'm going to be using intimate partner violence. Now, a lot of this stuff can be, transcended over to the whole concept of domestic violence, because it can go into cousins, it can go into brothers and sisters, it can go into brothers and brothers, it can go into a whole lot of different things, okay? But the things I'm going to talk about specifically, I'm going to be specifically talking about intimate partner violence, but the stuff I'm going to be talking about can be transferred over to just about any situation. And though some of you all are not African American and black, what you're going to see is that some of the things I'm going to talk about can be transferred across different communities, okay? I know I said I don't like stats, but I have to throw this out. 29% of African American women in 2006 have been involved in at least one incident of violence from an intimate partner, right? And at least 12% of African American black men, okay? Now see, the interesting thing is that what research shows is this. that usually in the black community, the female is usually the aggressor, but she's the most likely to be injured or killed, right? She's the most likely to be injured or killed. African American, like I said earlier, have a disproportionate number of intimate partner homicides.